Sunday afternoon baseball on the show as we welcome you inside AT&T Park in San Francisco. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Atlanta Braves and the San Francisco Giants. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. And now here's the starting nine for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. And there's no secret why. He enters the day leading the National League in all 3 Triple Crown categories. Just that goes to show you how dangerous he is. He keeps this hot hitting up the rest of the year, and we may see some history being made.
Kyle Riggin gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matty, in his last time,
Joe Pennick comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Joe Pennick.
No outs here.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Eric, these Braves, as they begin here this afternoon, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
And whatever they've done in the first 2 games of this series, they're going to want to bottle it. They have absolutely crushed the baseball here on their way to 2 blowout victories.
Batting second, right
Hunter
fielder.
Pence gets his first try now, and he's seen that average climb the last week or so. Knuckleball below the knees, 1-0. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Yeah, guys, he's a very solid umpire.
Let's go.
Well respected for the strike zone he calls and the consistency he brings to the job.
Here comes the 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Nobody out, runner on first. Hard hit ball to second. One there. Back to first, and that'll take care of Pence. He's gone on the double play. And with that, a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup card for the Giants. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference maker in this game. He really likes hitting here in front of the hometown crowd. I mean, his average at home is over 300, so I expect to see a very comfortable and confident hitter when he steps into the box in this one.
Buster Posey will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Batting fourth, first baseman,
Brandon Belt will stand in, and perhaps unsurprisingly, the numbers tell us he's a much better hitter versus right-handers than he is against lefties. First pitch on its way. This is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1 left for San Francisco. They're still down. It's 2-0. Kenji Summersgill steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. Pence is back near the stands as he hauls it in for the second out. And with that, let's take a look at the Giants. Brandon Crawford will lead things off here with his guys down 7 in the early going. Steve Lyons, how do you come back from a deficit like that?
Well, I think slowly. I mean, yeah, ideally a 10-run inning would be great. but you've got time on your side. You don't need to try to get it all back at once. Just peck away. A couple runs here, a couple runs there. Get yourself into slam range. That's 4 runs down.
And he'll take this to the bag, 3 unassisted for the first out. With a moment now, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, when you're talking about guys at the hot corner, the best in the league, we're looking at one of them right here. Gold Glove Award winner last year. Has as soft a hands as anybody in the league.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul.
One out, one out.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And this is what you like to see, especially coming off of a loss in his last start. These first couple innings, he's coming right after guys.
Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now, these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for him. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Jarrett Parker will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Giants are down 1-2-3. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Back now in San Francisco with our presentation of Major League Baseball on the show. Thanks for joining us. Kenji Summersgill stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the 3rd.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, come on now, big
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Hey, give him credit up there. He's going to take his hacks.
Let's go, kid. One time right here. Hey, be patient. Get your pitch, huh?
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And you can't make this easy on him right here. At least make some contact and force him to make a play.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 2 left for Atlanta, but they're still in control, 7-0. Matt Holliday digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. Lifted in the air to center field. And Ciarte's there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting 9th.
Stepping in, Chris Heston. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
One down, one down.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
First.
That's by him for strike 1.
That's almost unfair to throw a knuckleball to your opposing pitcher. He's got it hard enough as it is.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
Over at the knees, and that's the second strike. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
You know, sometimes when you throw that curveball to a pitcher, especially if it flattens out a little, you're giving the guy something at a speed he's more likely to handle. And he got one there.
Joe Panic is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. And a strike to even the count.
1-1.
1-1.
One down.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Inciarte waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
The right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
Hunter Pence will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard back up the middle. In there, a base hit.
Oh, what's the best way to beat a knuckleballer? Well, let him throw you something else to start off the at-bat and then sit on that pitch instead. And that worked out beautifully right there.
First offering on its way. Buster Posey is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. 0-1, here it comes. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Right side hit hard, and he'll reach to knock this ball down. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
The first baseman, number 9.
Brandon Belt will stand in now, and suddenly the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
Yeah, this sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it? But when you got a guy reeling out there like he really doesn't know what hit him, boy, it's time to put the pedal down.
Hey, 2 down here.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
He's still got to make one more big pitch, but this is a great start with the bases loaded.
He got him. And exhale as he's out of the jam, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Brandon Crawford is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Here we go, guys.
And he misses with it. 1-1.
Hey, nobody away.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Ready on 1-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. That's more than the rest of these guys can say.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Now he bounces a knuckleball up to the plate for a ball.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Down the third baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Foul. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hit hard towards second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out.
That's the hardest hit ball he's had all series, and he's still looking for that first hit, but it didn't work out for him here.
Hey, come on, guys.
Standing in now, Matt Duffy. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
One down, one down.
High in the air out to center field. Inciarte moves over.
Mine.
And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, center fielder, Jarrett Parker.
Jarrett Parker in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Two down now.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We played 4 full. Matt Holliday will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Ripped down the first base line. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this thing, it's going to be a sure error. But luckily for him, he's got a diesel tanker headed down the first baseline. So he's able to gather this thing up and still get the out at first.
Shelby Tomlinson.
Now a curveball that misses high and away to start him out. It's ball 1.
That's a pitch that you got to stay on top of, or else it'll take off on you just like that one did.
And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Hey, we got one.
And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Coughlin, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA.
Yeah, and there you see where they rank in that stat category. When your team ERA is that low, it definitely takes the pressure off the offense a little bit. More importantly, it gives you a chance to win every single night.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitter's count here, 2-0.
Here it comes, 2-0.
Hey, 2 out.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Sometimes against a guy like this, the approach is just go up there and take pitches. If he can throw 3 knuckleballs over the plate, good for him. but a lot of times he can't, and obviously this is one of those times.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hunter Pence is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
And you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around, and that's a good job to start this guy with strike one.
And good contact there as this is hit high and deep to right center. And as it turns out, the two-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Giants leave one. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. The pitcher, Kenji Summersgill, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Casillas ready. First pitch on the way. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Yeah, see it. Drive it. Let's go, big dog.
Hey, one pitch right here. On out.
Hit hard back up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
Buster Posey gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one.
Hey, no runner, eat it.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Brandon Belt will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Nobody out here.
Yeah,
Nobody.
I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Knuckleball, and this runs inside. He's got to back out of the way. I got to believe if you're going to get hit, that's the pitch you want it to come on.
Yeah, it's easier to get on base that way than it is to try and hit that thing.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford, as he'll watch a knuckleball that dances its way in there for strike 1.
Here we go.
No runs on 6 hits and 2 errors to this point for San Francisco.
Ball 1.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Nipped the corner. 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
And that's lifted the other way out to left. Maben is there. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
No runner. Hold it right there. Hold it.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and He hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Matt Duffy will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Oh, my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
Jarrett Parker will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
First delivery to him on the way. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
The further this game goes along, you get the sense that sooner or later, somebody's going to run into one of these fastballs and hit one out of here.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And this is popped high in the air toward the left side.
I got it.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. 7th inning coming up. The Braves on top, 12-0. Kenji Summersgill gets an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance this afternoon, and, well, he's really earned it.
Well, he definitely has, Matt. I mean, he's been on point today and really held him at bay.
Here comes the first pitch.
Hey, get on for us here.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. The windup and the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
And that's what the 2-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Matt Holliday will start things off as they look to do something here to get on the scoreboard for the first time.
And they've seen some opportunities come and go. They do have 7 hits, so it's not like they haven't had base runners. They just haven't been able to bring those guys in.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Nobody down here.
And a knuckleball stays outside, 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Liner toward right center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Around first, heading for second now.
Hey, eat it. Put it right there.
Now batting.
And this is really one of the first times today he's made a mistake out over the middle of the plate. When that happens, you don't have to ask this guy twice to jump all over it. He drives it for a double.
And there's the backup catcher, Chris Iannetta. He's moved into the on-deck circle to pinch hit here.
Chris Iannetta.
Hey, we got no outs.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He picks up his 6th double so far on the year. No runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors to this point for San Francisco. Now he bounces a knuckleball up to the plate for a ball.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something else.
2 strikes.
And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2. And that misses 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now. And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
The second baseman, number 12.
Joe Pennick steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And that's in there for strike 1.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just
ready
that.
For that ground ball right here.
Hey, we got no out.
Ground ball left side.
Hey, turn 2.
On it goes right through him into left field. May have been able to get this in quickly, and that's going to force the runner to hold on at third base.
Yeah, and he makes the right decision holding him at third there. A lot of people might say, why not send him? Well, it's because you don't need 1 run. You need lots of runs. No sense taking any chances at this point.
Hunter Pence will dig in here with the bases loaded now, and their best opportunity yet to get on the board.
Hold him right here.
They've
now,
had
guys.
a few chances and come up empty, so they can't let this one get away from them.
And the first pitch misses high here, perhaps trying to get him to pop something up. It's 1-0. Hit to short. The second for 1. Back to first, and that'll take care of Pence. He's gone on the double play.
Yeah, you know, he's going to head back to the dugout feeling like that was a wasted opportunity. No RBI here, even though a run does score on the play. But at this point, base runners are more important, and they lose 2 on 1 swing.
Into the box now, Buster Posey. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
Ooh. I thought they'd be working the edges against a guy like this, but I caught an awful lot of the plate.
Now we got 2.
Hey, let's go right here.
One and
1
1.
ball, 1 strike.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Swinging a shot back up the middle, and that's through into center field, base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Just a perfect swing right there. You'll see it head down, eyes right on the baseball all the way. Great extension. He just drives this thing into center field to score that runner from third.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. Knuckleball.
That's a ball.
And this one dances in and just about conks him. A runner on first with 2 away.
2 outs, fellas.
Here it comes, 1-0. Here's Belt. High drive. Right field. Out of here. A 2-run home run for the guy they call the baby giraffe, Brandon Belt. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as it's now down to an 8-run ball game.
I'll tell you what, there is no better feeling for a hitter after being backed off the plate than to turn around and do this on the next pitch. That is just the ultimate. You think you can intimidate me? Think again.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
And we got 2 down.
The knuckleball giggling at him as it goes by. 1-1. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
I know the adrenaline can get to you sometimes, but when you start overthrowing your fastball like that, that's a bit of a red flag.
Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Out of the Braves dugout is their manager, Freddie Gonzalez, on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion. So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Braves are winners here, 13-4. So long from San Francisco.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 56 minutes. A reminder that Muni Metro Service.